What's going on, my friends? We're here to talk about mega spoiler action across a bunch of different sets. Normally, when Wizards does some spoilers, I end up just putting out a video. But there's so much going on that previously, what I would end up doing is going, you know what, I'll sit down, read through all this stuff, pick over it, and decide what to talk about. And I'm going to do that here too, but we're going to hang out and look at the stuff together, all right? That way you get to see everything instead of just the absolute highlights, because there is a ton of stuff to go over. But before we get into it, have to do the normal rituals of sharing the link for the stream in the Discord and saying hello to everybody. And then we're going to get into this ridiculousness here. There is some really, really cool stuff, man, for real. When I saw it all, I was like, okay, you know what? This is the first time in a while where I've been actually hyped about a Magic set, which is another reason that part of the reason I didn't do stuff like this before is if all I'm going to say is like, oh, I hate it, and this sucks, and this is negative, then it's like, I don't necessarily need to be doing a live stream. I can get a bunch of my groaning out sitting at my computer before doing the video. But in this case, the inclusion of BloomBurrow has me like more hyped than usual. So we're going to do it this way. The live stream links have been shared. All right, that's good. So we'll do our hellos. And then we will get into it. And if you miss any part of this, you can just check it out later over on the live stream archive, which is pinned up at the top of the stream there. All right, so our hellos start out at the top here with, the pin and stuff is covering some names. That's not useful. Okay, well, I can see Keebler saying he's second. So Keebler, Mendoza, Cardboard Guide, Clayton, Broccoli, Goddard, Millmaster, Valonius T, Jacob, Joey, Sean, Riley, DJ Longhair, Wingo, Beasley, Tron, Haley, Synthetic, Regal. All right, there we go. I think that's everybody. Oh, Error. Hello, Error. Okay. Now I've said hello to everybody who came to the beginning of the live stream here. Hello to assembled lurkers as well. We're going to take a look at a whole bunch of different craziness. Hello, Ang. Oh, and there's the cute little Carly. Sender, you know what, buddy? I'm not even going to be on the same train. I'm not even going to be on the same train with you. I don't care about none of that. When it comes to BloomBurrow, it's full steam ahead. I'm on the hype train, baby. I'm conducting it down the track, right? 100%. Because look at this right here. Look at this right here. BloomBurrow is going to be a return to what Magic should be. Actual high fantasy ridiculousness, right? So this is the thing that I am about this year. Thunder Junction, all that other stuff. Go to the side, get to the back of the room, whatever, man. BloomBurrow, front of the class, let's do it. The idea is you have a world where there are no humans at all. So in the place of humans, you have mice, right? They're the smallest denizens of BloomBurrow. Maybe it gets smaller than them, but they're essentially the human level of the world, right? So you can have like one, you have 1/1 humans, 1/1 mice, same kind of deal. Broccoli, no. You know what? I haven't read any Redwall. I don't know anything about Redwall aside from the fact that people strongly connect it to this. So I presume it's got like mice running around with swords and stuff. This concept has always been amazing to me, right? Mice are these tiny little things compared to humans, right? And they tend to be timid. So standing up with a little blade, all of it, I dig the vibe. There's that one board game that has the little mice miniatures, like little plastic ones, and it looks really cool. It looks like it might be fun to try out. So I am down with a fantasy world where you have no humans. That is a sweet concept. Like, we haven't had that before. And that's a flavor concept. That's not a mechanical concept, right? Because it doesn't affect the mechanics of the set. It affects how the set is skinned, right? So, like, for example, the way it was told before is you'd have like mice being the equivalent of humans. So a wolf is like the equivalent of an elephant. It's got the same kind of stats, that beefiness. Speaking of beefy, Synthetic gifting 5 memberships. Thanks, bro. That is nice, man. Who got them? Riley, Ang, Sean. Oh, you gave one to Carly. Nicely done. And Tectonic. All right, where is my marker? Because that makes you the member lord. If I can remember where I put my marker. That's inconvenient. What else do I have in terms of dry erase? Oh, maybe this red one will work. Maybe this red... Why is it all the way back here? There we go. There we go. Bring it on in. Bring it on in. Broccoli, Lorwyn didn't have humans. Yeah, but it had elves. What's the, like... Same difference. Let's be real. You're not going to have elves and stuff like that in this world. It's not like, if it wasn't clear, it's all like animals and stuff, not like humans and human adjacent, right? Because yes, in the actually sense of the word, you're right. Lorwyn was like we're not doing all that, but that's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. This is special. This is special. All right, Synthetic. You are the member lord. Got the shields on either side. I love it. Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, Blue Cats. There you go. Showing up, the one who made the shields. Zircon. Hello. We are having an early stream. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? I thought, oh, here's the marker. The red one worked out anyways, but I found it. So yeah, with this world, it's like no regular human bipedals that we're used to dealing with, right? You're not going to get Vidalkins and stuff in here as well, just because no humans. That's my understanding of it, and we'll have to wait, and I guess until we get more details. I want to clarify as well the stuff we're going to look at in this stream. Here's how it goes. Wizards said that they were doing their convention panel, which they're actually doing at the convention, and they were going to tweet it out. So it's been tweeted out, but Twitter sucks the bag, and it wouldn't let me load the tweets. And at first it was showing me a bunch of them, but not all of them. And then it was just going, nah, you can't see the tweets. And I was just like, what? It's probably because too many people are looking at it. And you know, Twitter's like, we're limiting accounts' ability to view stuff, and all this weird, desperate crap is... They just, I don't know, what that is just a nonsense sinking ship over there. So, yeah, here's what we're looking at. We're going to be looking at the Reddit thread. So they managed to get more of the stuff over there. So we'll just scroll through it. And we're starting out with a card from BloomBurrow, right? So we got Mabel, heir to Cragflame. This is a lot of fun straight out of the gate. 1 white, 1 red, and 1 for a 3/3 legendary mouse soldier. Think about that. Like a 3/3 in current terms would be a big, beefy, like human dude running around smashing with maybe a warhammer or something. This is the equivalent of that in this world, right? So when Mabel, heir to Cragflame enters, you create Cragflame, which is the legendary artifact equipment token you can see beside it. It gives equipped creature +1/+1, vigilance, trample, and haste. That is a cool name for a sword. That is a sweet looking blade. You can see in the actual artifact that it's this smoldering kind of, like, it's not currently whipping around on fire like when Mabel's wielding it. I like that. It's just laying there. Recently, maybe it's been doused. I don't know 100%, but it looks like it's scorched the wood underneath. It's got such a cool vibe. So Mabel, I guess, inherited Cragflame somehow. This has got a mega heroic setup to it. And this is a mouse lord. That's cool. Riley, you love the intro. It's so funny. Which one? The dancing part or the hen intro? Because there's 2 parts to it. Either way, I'm glad you enjoy it, buddy. I'm glad you enjoy it. So yeah, this is really, really cool. Look at that artwork. Like, where is Mabel right now? It's some water side. What is the water flowing around? Has the blade been slashed through the water? I can't tell 100% what's going on because it's like a little bit blurry and I can't fully zoom in on it, but it looks like this. I'm I am hyped for what's going on with BloomBurrow specifically. Squitter, it's your first time joining me live? Well, this is my first live stream, so welcome. Welcome to the first live stream ever. I'll try not to embarrass myself. I'm sure I will, but I'll try not to. All right. So, Mabel and the Cragflame token, this is a fun vibe. Also, I just want to say that it looks to me like the expansion symbol for this set is a maple leaf, bro. Like legit. I'm from Canada. Our flag is the maple leaf. This is like, this was made for me to keep me sane, keep me loving and enjoying Magic. So that while we're going through the whole mystery mansion into shirtless Oko Junction, I'll keep my sanity going. BloomBurrow's coming. You just gotta make it till September, son. You just gotta hold on. Like Wilson Phillips, you just gotta hold on for one more day. That's it. All right, so what else do we got? They've got artwork of Ral Zarek as an otter in BloomBurrow. So this is literally just Ral Zarek's garb on an otter. We're going to talk about this in a second when we get up to another version of this, because it's not just Ral Zarek who has been animal planeswalker-tized. Oh, it is a maple leaf. Look at that, bro. Yes, that's awesome. Okay. All right. Now, so you guys know, I've only seen a few of the things in these spoilers because this is my first go through of them. So I don't know what this card is. I saw the Emrakul, and the Emrakul is that we're going to look at is so broken that like when I just read the first sentence and started laughing, and like I was like, Carly, read this, and she just read it and was like it's insane. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's take a look at this gigantic bear. 2 green and 4 for Lumra, Bellow of the Woods. This is what I'm talking about. Star legendary elemental bear, vigilance and reach. The Bellow of the Woods power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. When Lumra enters, mill 4 cards, then return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. All right. That is a bunch of goodness all slapped together. If you like bringing lands back from your graveyard, bam, you get to do that. It's just like a scaling Multani, but just, hey, remember Multani? What if we stapled a bunch more stuff onto him and made a way more intimidating looking bear? Like, look at that, man. I like the way that the bear is like encircled by these branches that are almost like spearing out towards it. Can it really like control and bend nature around it? Is that why it has reach, right? And the fact is that even if you're not like playing a strategy that you really want to bring the graveyard, like lands back from your graveyard overall, it's just, put it out. And if there's like 1 or 2 lands on top of your deck, now they're in play on top of it. It's like a mini Primeval Titan, right? That's like, bro, this is pretty sick. I love the artwork. Like the whole greeniness of it, the intensity of the bear, and just, like not only do you have the front parts of the branches spearing in, but there's something going on in behind it where there's layers. It's crazy, man. It looks awesome. That is some really, really cool artwork. That's sweet. Okay. Then we've got full art seasonal basics. I don't know exactly what's going on here. I guess we're just seeing, it's the same setting with the same animal in the forefront there, and it's just in 4 different seasons. All right. Well, you know what? They did that back in the day with the original Antiquity set. You had the Urza's lands, you had the Mishra's lands, and they both had the 4 different seasons. Teferi, this isn't a leak. These are official spoilers done by Wizards of the Coast. It's all legit. All right, then we've got the Animus. So this is an Assassin's Creed card. If you're ever wondering what we're dealing with, just look at the expansion symbol, right? This is the Animus. It's 2 mana for a legendary artifact. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 target legendary creature card from a graveyard with a memory counter on it. Tap it until your next turn. Target legendary creature you control becomes a copy of target creature card in exile with a memory counter on it. Activate only as a sorcery. This is a weird one. Like some of the Assassin's Creed cards are weird. So you remove a creature from your graveyard, put a memory counter on it, and then for one turn you can make one of your legendary guys specifically into that. So I mean, the flavor behind it is these machines allow you to read the memories of your ancestors. So that's conceptually what they're going for here. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't make me go, whoa, crazy, I want it. And the artwork is like, if you're into Assassin's Creed, then yeah, you're going to be like, okay, I recognize that. But to me, it's Assassin's Creed. I had fun with like the first one, and then it quickly became very large diminishing returns for me specifically. So I don't have a huge connection to it. All right, so I said before when we saw the Ralzeric that I was going to wait for a second before we talked about it. So we got the Ralzeric who looks like an otter, and we've got this Jace fox, okay? Now what's going on here? There's multiple possibilities. Clearly, we have planeswalkers as animals, right? This is this is a furry's wet dream, right? Where they're just like, oh, the guys are the furry guys now, hooray! So I don't 100% know if this is meant to be a secret layer. I don't know if this is meant to be in the main set. I very strongly suspect that underneath it all, BloomBurrow is going to be the same thing that Thunder Junction and Markov Manor are. In that Markov Manor and Thunder Junction are both stapled together set where they came up with an idea and just used it to throw a bunch of stuff together. That artwork they already had kicking around. So you have the detectives it's artwork from Capenna, right? And so in this Thunder Junction, we're going to have a bunch of villain artwork that was clearly meant not for this set. Like, bro, the Okos that we're going to look at just look like Throne of Eldraine Okos, like where it's just like, okay, you just airbrushed on a hat or something. So I think that BloomBurrow is going to be using a bunch of stuff they probably already had. But if they tie it together properly, it's not going to feel as disparate because this is a nature world. So that bear that we looked at, for example, he can just kind of go anywhere. He could be in any world that's not just Ravnica, like a full cityscape. And even then, you could say he's out in the Groll rubble, but the trees are at you. Either way, it's way easier to fit animals in. And so even though this might be a stapled together set, it could still work. Now, if we're not looking at it from the most cynical perspective of Wizards is trying to save money, then theoretically what could be going on is this might actually be Jace on BloomBurrow. And what happens is the Segovian effect. And if you don't know what I mean by that is there's a plane called Segovia. And on Segovia, everything is super tiny. So gigantic Leviathan like whales and stuff like that would normally be like a 9/9, 10/10, 11/11. That's a 3/3. A 4/4 gigantic Sarah Angel, the Segovian version, is a 1/1. But when you summon up something from Segovia, you get the small version comparative to our world. But anybody who goes to Segovia, the magic of the plane shrinks them to scale on the plane. So you will be automatically miniaturized when you go to the plane. And it might theoretically be that BloomBurrow has an enchantment. Maybe some planeswalker long ago, some ancient magic, something like that was placed upon the plane to protect it from humans. And any human that goes there is automatically transformed into an animal that represents their nature. Jace being a clever mind mage, sly as a fox, right? You've got Ralzeric, he uses water magic, so he's an otter. You know, like it's theoretically possible. I don't 100% know like which way they're going with it, but I think it's a fun idea. Like I'm cool with that. The idea of a plane where when you go there, it turns you into your own animal aspect against your will. That's cool, man. That's cool. And the artwork is fun too. Take a look. You got these frogs all around him. And it's like, are they coming after him or not? It's like, are they impressed by him? They all look happy and smiley. But look at the sword of the one guy, right? Jace's magic is turning it into a ball bag on his hand. Do you guys see that? I can't be the only one who sees that. Look at the look at the frogs. Look at the frog in the bottom left hand. It's already a sword, man, and the bottom is melted like it's melting into a ball bag, bro. Look at that. Look at that. Jace's mind magic. Let me blow your mind. I'll hold out my hand like this, like I'm fondling a pear. Voila! The bottom of your sword has turned into a ball bag. And they're all like, oh, we don't have those. We have frog cloacas or whatever, even though cloacas are on birds probably. Shut up, Jace. Why'd you do this? So yeah. This is gonna be interesting. BloomBurrow looks like it's gonna be fun, man. It looks like it's gonna be fun. Then we've got Hidden Blade Buy a Box promo. I really was underwhelmed by this. I was like, bro, this sucks. Like, Hidden Blade is a cool card. Like, Hidden Blade is a cool thing in Assassin's Creed. It's one of the defining deals, bro. Where you run along, you're like, shink, whamp, right in the, oh, it's awesome. Like, bro, that is really cool. But this card is not. 2 mana flash. When it enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. If the creature's an assassin, it gets death touch on a turn. And then a quick creature has +1/+0 and has first strike. Piece of equipment that costs 2 to put out, 2 to equip, gives +1/+0 and first strike. That's awful. This is awful as a Magic card. For real. This is genuinely terrible. Like, and it's your buy. Like, thanks for buying a box, guys. Thanks for buying a box. It's, I don't know, what would make you choose to make your buy a box promo for Assassin's Creed so garbagey when you're literally you're gonna go ahead and do what? Like, try and overcharge for the boxes in the first place? It's crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know. And then the camera was getting all blurry. Gotta deal with that too. The fact that Blade doesn't keep death touch is lame. Agreed. You know what? I agree with you, Jacob. That is lame, dude. That is lame. Like, for real. This card is super, super underwhelming. Like, totally. Surprise! I play a bad Magic card at fast speed. Woohoo! All right. And, like, even the artwork is just kind of underwhelming to me. Then you got Ezio. This is a solid card, man. 1 black and 1 for a 3/2 menace. Assassin spells you cast have free running 2 black. I have no idea what that means. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you can pay 1 of every color. If that player has 10 or less life, when you do, that player loses the game. So if you hit somebody who's at 10 or less, you can just pay 5 and they auto lose, which is a fun nod towards assassination, and also by adding all 5 colors that it can be used as any kind of commander, right? All 5 colors. Jeremy says, watch me be mediocre at instant speed. That's right, bro. That is correct. You got it. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what free running is. So, 2 mana, though. 3/2. Pretty solid. The frame itself is definitely doesn't feel like a Magic card. It kind of does feel like a Kamigawa futuristic whatever. It does have the vibes of the, like, internal computer systems of Assassin's Creed. So, in terms of being on flavor for Assassin's Creed, totally. But, I mean, I'm not going to pretend like the Assassin's Creed set is landing, like, amazingly for me. 1 black, 1 white, 1 red for 3/3 Altair. He's got first strike. Whenever he attacks, exile up to 1 target assassin creature from your graveyard with a memory counter on it. Then for each creature card you own and exile with a memory counter on it, create a tapped and attack token that's a copy of it. Oh, wow. Okay, you know what? This makes that chamber that we saw back a few cards ago way more solid, because you can use them in conjunction. That's not too shabby at all. That's an impressive effect. All right, we got multiple images here. We saw that. Oh, these are alternates of Mabel. Yes, look at this, man. These alternate styles look great. You've got one that's like a storybook drawing style. Oh, Showcase Woodland. And then a borderless raised foil. What's a raised foil versus textured foil? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Okay, we already saw that one. So we got Assassin's Creed reprints. We're getting Temporal Trespass, Cover of Darkness, and Sword of Feast and Famine. Sword of Feast or Famine, nothing to sneeze at. Cover of Darkness is really solid as well. And is this the first time it's ever been given a reprint? Or did it already get reprinted? The headgear on the chicken temple trespass is pretty funny. All right. Oh, yeah. Assassin's Creed is introducing real-world historical figures as well and doing them as serialized stuff. So you got Leonardo da Vinci. He's a blue and 2 for a 3/3 human artificer. And 5 mana until end of turn. Thopters you control have base power and toughness XX, where X is the number of cards in your hand. It's a lot of mana to do that. 3 and tap, draw a card, then discard a card. If the discarded card was an artifact card, exile it from your graveyard. If you do, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 0/2 Thopter. Oh, a nod to the original Ornithopter. All right. Yeah, okay. So you make Ornithopters with them when you're discarding cards that are artifacts. It feels underwhelming. It feels underwhelming. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Artwork's all right, though. And then we got Cleopatra as well in the same line of historical figures. 1 black, 1 green, and 2 for a 2/4 human noble. Allies. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on up to 2 other legendary creatures you have. All right, not even yours. It can be anybody's. Betrayal. Whenever a legendary creature with counters on it dies, draw a card for each counter on it. You lose 2 life. Oh. Well, that actually seems like it's going to be a lot of fun if you want to play multiplayer, right? Nathan, does each language have the same number of serialized cards? I don't even know if they do serialized in anything other than English, right? I think English is becoming the main priority. They literally announced within the last 24 hours they're discontinuing Chinese and Portuguese printings. So, yeah, I don't think they're doing them in anything other than English. But if you want, wait, never mind. What am I talking about? They've got a serialized not in English right here. Is that specifically for this? Okay. All right. Never mind. I don't know if just the serialized are done in an alternate language with them. I have no idea. I will let you know when I know. Because, yeah, it's true. He's definitely here and not English. And I'm saying they're not going to do that. But they did literally just announce they're not printing in multiple languages. So, I don't know. Okay, so we got Haystack. 1 white and 1, 2 and tap, target creature you control phases out. I mean, that, you know what? That at least explains the power of haystacks. When you play Assassin's Creed, you can hide in haystacks, and then nobody knows you're there. You're just like, hey, I'm just in a wagon full of hay. There you go. It's on theme. It's on theme. And phasing out would explain why nobody can ever find him, even though he's just there in a pile of hay. Oh, we got full art Eldrazi lands. Okay. Oh, whoa, bro. Look at that. Emrakul in the back of the swamp with the tentacles coming down, man. That's crazy. These look great. These look great. The ominous Eldrazi on the horizon. Yikes. All right. I can get behind that. Modern Horizons 3 will have new flipwalkers. Oh yeah, they're doing double-sided planeswalkers, where one side is the creature side, and the other side is a planeswalker side. So you can see them before and after. Allied fetch lands. They got fetch lands in Modern Horizons 3. Surprise, surprise. They want to pump them sales, son. We were expecting it. This was to be expected. Okay, we got some BloomBurrow preview artwork. We got a big old Badger Warrior. Is he using wood armor magic? Or does he have a wood armor gauntlet? Yeah, that's crazy. And he's just crushing some animal's skeleton. All right. This was your mother. He must be one of the bad guys. Look at his scars. Maybe his name is Scars. Okay. Oh, wait, no, the name's down at the bottom. Never mind. Hugs! His name is Hugs, the Grizzly Guardian. Okay, then. All right. Then we've got Glarb, Calamity's Augur. Well, this guy, I mean, it's not that sword he wants you to be looking at. Let's be real. He's got a what are you doing tonight kind of vibe going on, right? He just wants you, he's ready to reach down and grab that pod there. I don't know what's going on with this guy. That's crazy looking. That's funky. All right. We got a salamander looking dude with, he's got little magical flint axes. Does he channel lightning magic through little flint axes or something? He looks pretty cool. Oh, what's going on with the rope? Weird. What is it? Oh, just some birds flying by and a crazy old swivel rope. Don't mind us. Don't mind us. Broccoli. You think they don't, but guess what? On BloomBurrow, they do. Big ones. Then we got Zoraline the Cosmos Caller. What? Look at this one. Welcome to Fern Gully. I like to cosplay as Egyptian Fern Gully. All right. That's nutty. That's nutty. And then we got Phineas, the hair archer, where he's got his arrows are tipped with pine cones. But the pine cones are all white, like dog dumps from 30 years ago were. That's weird. Oh, there you go. Better artwork on Mabel. That looks sweet, man. Look at that sword. You can see the water better. That's crazy. It's all splashing around. Oh, she's got a little leaf shield, leaf decorations and flowers and stuff. This is fun. This is great. All right, then we've got a Johnny, the Nicodle Pariah, and then the Avenger. So, the first side before he transforms is 1 white and 1 for a 1/2. How is he a 1/2? Look at how ripped he is. Look at how big he is. Like, oh, this is a 3/3. This fat little housefrau mouse is a 3/3. And Johnny, barrel-chested, hold me and make me feel safe with your strong arms is a 1/2? Come on, man. Come on. 1 white and 1, 1/2. When he enters the battlefield, create a 2/1 white cat warrior creature token. Whenever one or more other cats you control die, you can exile them, return to the battlefield transformed under his owner's control. Wow, that's a really easy condition to meet, especially considering it just gives you a free Savannah land. So for 2 mana, you're getting 3 power and 3 toughness overall, even if a Johnny definitely too small. All right, so then he turns into the Avenger. I brought this cat. Oh no, my brother, I got him killed. Oh, 3 loyalty to start with. 2 loyalty to put a +1/+1 on each cat you control. 0 loyalty to make a 2/1 white cat warrior creature token. When you do, if you control a red permanent other than a Johnny, he deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to any target. -4, each opponent chooses an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker from among the non-land permanents they control and sacrifice the rest. It's a one-sided cataclysm, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. Oh, here you go, an Eldrazi. It that heralds the end. A colorless and 1 for a 2/2. Colorless spells you cast with mana value 7 or greater cost 1 less to cast. Eldrazi Enabler. Other colorless creatures you control get +1/+1. Oh yeah, they're making up. People are going to be all over this. People love Eldrazi. Like, people love Eldrazi. This is crazy. That's a good question. Is this card white or red-white? Well, when it's on the front side as just regular Johnny and he's not a planeswalker, it's a white card. When he's flipped, he's white-red. You can tell the color of the card based on the tiny little circular dot that they have beside legendary planeswalker. It's red/white. So that's the color indicator when there isn't a casting cost to tell you up at the top. All right. Yeah, this is a crazy Eldrazi with crazy geometry, but this is so insanely dumb. Like, this is mind-bogglingly stupid crazy. The new Emrakul the world anew. 12 mana for a 12/12 that says, when you cast this spell, gain control of all creatures target player controls. Not when you cast a spell from your hand or anything, even just when you cast a spell, gain control of all creatures target player controls. All of them. You get them all their creatures. And it's a 12/12 with flying, protection from spells, and from permanents that were cast this turn. When Emrakul, the World Anew, leaves the battlefield, you have to sack all creatures you control. So there is a downside if they get rid of it, right? It's not pure upside. But then there is more upside in the form of madness. Pay 6 colorless. So basically, if you don't know what madness is, if you discard Emrakul, you can cast her for 6. And you get to take all your opponent's creatures. It's so stupid. It's so busted, man. It's so busted. It's so busted. So busted. Crazy. The artwork's fun. Emrakul's left the moon. She's like, yo, I'm done hanging out in the moon. I'm coming back. Let's go. People thought Emrakul was going to be in Thunder Junction. But, I mean, maybe there'll be an Emrakul reprint with a cowboy hat on it. Oh, okay. What else do we got? We got a Psychic Frog. Look at this thing. This is from Modern Horizons as well. A black and a blue for a 1/2. Oh, that rhymes. When it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, draw a card. Discard a card, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Exile 3 cards from your graveyard. It gains flying until end of turn. So it's kind of like a nod to the old Psychotog from back in the day, right? Psychotog, Psychic Frog. Yep. I mean, this... You get draw off of it. You pitch your cards to, like, whenever to just grow it for no mana. Like, seems pretty nutty. Seems pretty nutty. Artwork's pretty wild, too. The Hypnotoad. All right, we got Cleopatra with Greek Serialized Version. Oh, okay. That answers the question. I guess the serialized versions will be done in alternate languages based on whatever feels appropriate for each historical figure. All right? Now we know. What does it say down at the bottom? Serialized Cleopatra are localized in Greek only and are available in Magic the Gathering's Assassin's Creed boosters, collector boosters of any language. Weird, man. Very weird choice. They clearly don't care about it as a playable card, right? It's totally just meant to be a collector's item. Check it out. It's Cleopatra in Greek. Does that make it more appealing to any of you guys? Because, meh. All right. What? I think this card is shown further up, so we'll just keep going. Because if I try and click on it, the aspect ratio goes insane and you can't see anything properly. All right, we got a new set of free spells, because nothing ever goes wrong with free spells. 2 green and 1 for Flare of Cultivation. You can sack a non-token green creature rather than pay the spell's casting cost. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, reveal them, put 1 into the battlefield tapped, and 1 into your hand. So it's like Kodama's Reach, but you can just cast it by sacking a creature. That's nuts. That's nutty. Artwork's pretty crazy. I do like it. He's reaching in it, actually. Yeah, it's true. It's another reach. All right. Then we got Layla the Blade Reforged. This is also from Modern Horizons. A red and 2 for a 2/2 with haste. Whenever it attacks, exile a top card of your library, and you can play it this turn. Whenever 1 or more cards are put in exile from your library and or your graveyard, put a +1/+1 on her. That seems pretty solid. Reds always needs more gas, right? It's not easy to accomplish. This artwork looks to me like it's left over from like Strixhaven or something like this. Like this is someone who was like animated using Quintorius's lore magic. That's what it feels like. I don't know. Obviously 100%, but that's the vibe. It's a funky card. Oh, we got a reprint here in the form of Priest of Titania, an elf everybody loves. 1 green and 1 for a 1/1 that taps to give you a green for every elf you have. It's sweet. Oh, is Lelia a reprint as well? Cool. Fair enough. we've reached the point where like I'm going through stacks of cards I have kicking around, and I'm like, who's this? I don't recognize this name. And I'm like, oh, it's a Capenna Commander card. No wonder. Like, I can't keep track of it all anymore. And I spend like a part of every day learning more about Magic. All right. So what do we got here? These are the Thunder Junction full art basics. They look okay, actually. Oh, the planes. Cool, man. The mana symbol in the clouds. That's awesome. Oh, the mana symbols are hidden on all of them. I didn't notice at first. I like this. That is a cool idea. You got the clouds as a white mana symbol above the desert with the cactuses. That's different. You've got the, what is this? Like, is this like Mesa stone or something like that? I don't know exactly what it's called. But this red and orange stone, that's actually the blue mana symbol. And you've got the water pouring down over it. That's awesome. You got the black mana. I don't know what kind of terrain this is supposed to be. Like obviously it's some kind of swamp clearly, but it's not, because of the foil shine on it too, it's harder to tell. But this is a cool concept. The mountain is it a bunch of floating chunks of rock? I guess they just have floating chunks of rock there, kind of like Zendikar. And then the forest, man, I love the way the green mana symbol is hidden on the forest. The symbols are best hidden on the forest and the island, in my opinion. The forest especially. It's cool. It's got these big cactus bulbs. Like, bro, we're talking about like the difference between the plains, where it looks all like an arid desert, and how lush this looks. I dig it. That's awesome. We got hell to pay. So this is 1 red and X. It deals X damage to target creature, and then you create a number of tapped treasure tokens equal to the amount of excess damage dealt to that creature this way. This is a really feel-good way to deal with burn spells, right? In terms of, if you're going to hit a creature that's like 2/2, and you've got 10 mana, yeah, I'll fireball it for 10 or whatever anyways, just to set it on fire. Haha, burn, mega burn! But you'd never get anything other than the joy of knowing that you overdid it, right? Overkill! But now you get rewarded for that, and I find that to be satisfying. The artwork is... Wait, what is going on? Are those crossbows? Are those blaster... What is this? Oh, okay. Somebody in a cowboy hat with blaster things, because... No guns. Okay, alright. I think that's stupid, but whatever. Hey, it's Tiny Bones! 1 black, 1/1, death touch! Whenever Tiny Bones the Pickpocket deals combat damage to a player, you can cast target non-land permanent card from that player's graveyard, and mana of any type can be spent to cast that spell. Yes. Hey, wanted posters! What did I say in yesterday's video? I said wanted posters were like a given, so don't worry that they're just gonna do them. It's gonna happen. They're gonna have multiple styles, and wanted posters are a thing. Yeah! You can see Tiny Bones, somebody blew his head off or something. Oh, it's like the same dude in the same artwork, like exactly, right? Pretty much. That's fun. Hey, Tiny Bones is running down a piano. I love it. I love it. That's great. Okay, here we go. Oko the Ringleader. Like, for real, guys, tell me this doesn't look like they just painted some stuff onto artwork they already had for Oko. Like, he's riding an elk. He's riding an elk on the one, and it's just like, we'll just give him some cactuses in the background. He's on an elk. He looks exactly like 100% identical to how he did on Eldraine. This is totally leftover Eldraine artwork that they've just painted a cowboy hat and like gone, all right, I'm a cowboy now. So this card is nutty. 1 blue, 1 green, and 2 for a 3 loyalty. At the beginning of combat on your turn, Oko the Ringleader becomes a copy of up to 1 target creature you control until end of turn, except he has hexproof. I like this. I think it's really cool because Oko's a shapeshifter. So the idea of him taking on other people's like traits and stuff. Bam, I'm gonna be you. That makes sense. So he's got +1, draw 2 cards. If you've committed a crime this turn, discard a card. Otherwise, discard 2 cards. Let's take a moment to discuss what committing a crime is. Committing a crime is doing anything to your opponent at all that involves targeting. Target your opponent, target his spells, target his permanents, target anything of your opponent's at all. In any way, you have committed a crime. Interaction is now a crime in Magic. Interaction has become criminal. We really are in the era of full-on Commander, aren't we? Where it's just like, no, it's criminal. Don't target my stuff. Build up your board. I build up my board, and then we will slap daddies. That's what we do. So yeah. So you want to commit crimes. You want to target your opponent's stuff, because otherwise you're going to have to discard 2 cards. It's got -1, create a 3/3 green elk creature token, and that's just because and this doesn't even make sense, by the way, guys. He had the magic to transform other people into elks. He doesn't have the ability to just make elks. So when he's creating an elk here, it's because they had artwork with him on an elk, and they're like, we have to use the artwork. Like 100%. 100%. Also, I think it's hilarious that there's like 50 pieces of artwork with Oko shirtless. Like, there's so many variants. Did they take the time to paint in all the little side pieces for Oko? Yep. There's his little bandolier and all that. It definitely was on there in the first place. Okay. And -5. For each other non-land permanent you control, create a token that's a copy of that permanent. That is a crazy ultimate. Goddard, you're right. It is time to bust out the old 3/3 elk shirt. It is. And the background. I can use it for the spoiler video. Okay, hold on. I got to put an E on my hand to remember that. I've been elked. Because that's true. I'm going to bring back my limited edition Oko elk shirts, and I'm going to bring back my Oko background. It's time. It's time. That's great. That's great. Maybe I'll put on that apron I have that's all abs and whatever. Brent, these spoilers sound sus. They're downright criminal. All right, then we got these are the crime spells, right? Where they're portrayed as a crime, like a news reporting the crime. So this is Thoughtseize. They're putting Thoughtseize in the set. 1 black sorcery. Target player reveals their hand. You guys know what Thoughtseize does. Flavor text says, Billy, please don't forget to add the headline before sending for publication again. Bum, bum, bum. All right. He thought twice, but that thought also escaped. Oof. Okay. Flavor text hurting. Artwork, though. Like, Buddy walking away, bag slung over his shoulder, as this dude's just laying here, smoke pouring out of his eyes and his mouth. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. All right, and then we got another one in the form of Crime and Punishment. So they have a whole series of these. They're doing one in like every booster, right? Are they depicting the same guy? Is he on like a journey doing all these crimes? Is this a journey of him or something? That's cool. All right. You know what? I'm interested. I want to know more. All right. So we've got the Sword of Wealth and Power. Now notice, guys, this has a different expansion symbol because these are from the vault cards and not from the vault cards. These cards come from the vault, which is part of the list for Thunder Junction, but was originally supposed to be the epilogue set to it. So they had a completely different set created. We're like, this tells the after story, when it's literally just, these are the items that were in the vault that Oko's going on a heist for. Either way, Sword of Wealth and Power. 3 mana artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from instants and sorceries. Whenever a equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You can choose new targets for the copy, and it equips for 2. This is busted. This is so busted and dumb. It's insane. And now we're going to get more of these swords where it's not just worrying about 2 different color combinations like we had before. Now we're going to go into other areas. By the way, my guy can't be touched by sorceries or instants, which are the most common way to remove creatures. And I get to copy my stuff when I smash you and make treasure tokens. It's bonkers. It's bonkers. And the artwork is awesome. Honestly, I like the regular artwork, the main set artwork, better than the vault treatment. I think the regular version looks nicer. It's pretty amazing looking. This is powerhouse crazy, for sure. All right, what do we got after that? Nexus of Becoming. This is also a vault card. 6 casting cost artifact. Beginning combat on your turn, draw a card. Then you can exile an artifact or creature card from your hand. If you do, create a token that's a copy of the exiled card. Whoa. Except it's a 3/3 golem artifact creature in addition to its other types. Cool. That's awesome, man. I really like this as a card. Like, for real. The card draw and just making copies of dudes coming into play. Being a 3/3 can be a benefit if you're smaller than that. This is sick. No idea exactly what's going on in the artwork, though. But that's all right. Let's move on. Oh yeah, so here's I'm talking about what a crime is. Any spell or ability that targets an opponent or their stuff. Spells, permanents, hand, library. That's committing a crime. Oh yeah, there you go. It's any erection is a crime. Did Commander players write these rules? Exactly. Oh, Fibblethip lost on the range. You know they just painted a cowboy hat onto a Fibblethip, but I don't even care. Two blue and 1/1 ward 2. Look at the top card of your library anytime. Top card of your library has plot. The plot cost is equal to its mana cost. You may plot non-land cards from the top of your library. What is plotting? Is plotting just going to be another version of foretelling or something? I feel like plot's a new ability or something so obscure that I can't remember it. Fibblethip, it says he's lost on the range, but he's on a tiny island surrounded by dragons fighting in the background. Like, really? I don't know. All right, here's Ezio. 1 black, 1 blue, and 3/5/5 for this legendary human assassin from Assassin's Creed. He's got Death Touch, and whenever an assassin you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Not too bad for a Lord style vibe. And then you got Ivor, 1 red, 1 white, and 3 for a 5/5 with vigilance and haste. And whenever he attacks, it deals damage equals number of equipment you control to each opponent. Okay. And then we've got Outlaws of Thunder Junction artwork previewed at MagicCon. So you've got a gigantic worm around a tumbleweed. This is, yep. I can see how this fits into a Thunder Junction style set. Sandworms and stuff, that works. You've got this guy, which was, he's a cactus man, but I don't believe for a second he was originally a cactus man. I feel like this is just some repurposed something where they just painted his head green and put spikes on him. 100%, man. 100%. That's what this feels like. Now, I'm willing to admit that I could be wrong on this stuff, and I am cynical towards wizards, but like Markov Manor really, really, really showed just how much they're using artwork they have kicking around. So I wouldn't be surprised. Then we've got wait a minute. They look like guns. They're kind of doing it. It's like a double gun. Never mind. They actually kind of did it. I'm surprised. Also, a centaur cowboy is a fucking amazing concept, and I don't know how I've never thought of this before, or if I have thought of it, I've forgotten about it. But like, just put the horse and the man together. That's awesome. And you think we're not having guns? We got 2 guns glued together. Okay. Quill's like, that's the kind of clothes a cactus man would wear naturally. There is that, right? There is that. Why does the centaur have spurs? Oh no. Those are mountain spurs, bro. To make the horse go faster. You use those spurs when you want the horse to go faster. I'm guessing we've just stumbled on some weird centaur kink, right? It's true though. Why does he have spurs? That makes like why does he have spurs? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. He's like, he's gonna fucking ride a horse himself with spurs, or they're just gonna do something crazier. That's funny. Man, all right. I'm surprised. Those definitely look like firearms. But they fire electro beams inside, which is. Wait, why do they have the? Wait, if they fire magic in the middle, why do they have the pullback click? Why don't you just use a wand? If it just fires magic, why don't you just use a wand? We're right back to it. These aren't guns. These are stupid. This is fucking dumb. This is dumb. This is painted so that you'll be like, hey, did you like cowboys, you fucking Magoo idiot? Check it out. We got magic wands. I mean, goons, yeah. And we've got spurs. This is stupid. This is stupid. All right, then we've got Vraska. Okay, so I don't know, this feels like Kamigawa or something to me. I guess it's supposed to be she's in a saloon. She's turned people to stone. I guess. I don't know, man. I guess this was made for Thunder Junction because she's got a pair of cowboy boots on and a whip. Oh, I hate it. I fucking hate it. I hate it. Man, she really, I got to admit, Phyrexia had a real long-term impact on, what the fuck is going on with her arm? The way it's behind that chair looks really weird. Yeah, you can see that the effect Phyrexia had on her. Phyrexia really changed everything for the long term. It's almost like she was never even slightly Phyrexian. Right? Right? But whatever. Hey, here we go. Here we go. Rakdos on a rampage, right? He's got a bandolier of, what are those, like flame daggers or something? That's awesome. Big fat flame axes, cutting down a water tower, wrecking up the town, dust in his wake. I like this. This is fun. Oh, all their shooters are stylized to look like whatever. So this Annie Flash, the veteran, that's the name. This lazy crap, you literally like hired consultants to make this character. They hired consultants to make this character, just so you guys know. Like this was a special consultants and all this other stuff. Okay, to make a proper representation for the set. And then they gave her a fucking Star Wars blaster or whatever. I'm Annie Flash. Oh, okay. I'm the fastest in the West with these dumb, pointy, stupid things that we only use on this plane for some reason. Why don't people just show up and use better gear than this? Like, for real. For real. Hey, James P. with the membership message. You've been a member for 59 months in a row. Thanks, bro. Yeah, Annie Flash. Okay, what makes her exciting? She's fast. I hate the weapons. Oh, this is Kellen. Hi, I'm Kellen. I don't look like any of the other Kellens. Are you ready? Are you ready for like the thrilling conclusion to me finding my shirtless papa? Because the story's been so gripping and they've made sure to put lots of details into the ongoing story. Remember when I was on like Ixalan and I asked somebody, hey, have you seen my dad maybe? Or did I ask anybody? I don't remember, did I? But I definitely asked one person on Ravnica, and now I found my dad, and we're fighting each other or robbing a bank together, or I don't know. But look, everybody on the world uses these weapons that are dumb, so I'm gonna form my light blade into it. That at least part kind of works. Where he's just like, I'm gonna make my thing look like your guy's thing because I'm here LARPing, and I've been LARPing on all these other planes. Outlaws of Thunder Junction is fucking stupid. Let's be real. This is fucking dumb. Yeah, I got elf ears now. Well, actually, I had elf ears all along. Did he? Did he? Because you showed me a Kellen on fucking Ixalan where he looked like a fucking, like an Asian grandma. So, what the fuck even is this? Like, I know there's a difference sometimes in the way people look, but like, Kellen was a boy. Now he's a man. Like, he is a man. If you found this guy alone with your girlfriend, you wouldn't be like, oh, she's just hanging out with this kid. I'd be like, you trying to fuck this Henry Cavill looking motherfucker, bitch? Is that what you're doing? Are you cheating on me, you fucking skank? Because let me tell you what happens to cheaters in Thunder fucking Junction, okay? You get sent to grease Ogo's abs. James P says, the good, the bad, and the MTG. You said it, buddy. Thanks for the super chat, son. You are the lord of the board. Let me break up my complaining about how stupid this set is and how little I care about the showdown between Kellen and his dad. His dad, who doesn't know him, doesn't care about him, and now we're supposed to care that he met up with him or whatever. It's like, okay. James P, you're lording over all of them's in the stream, bro. As long as he doesn't get with his dad. Oko and Kellen in the showers of Thunder Junction Ranch. Papa, let me show you my light blade magic. I can use it to make parts of my body fly. I can shapeshift my body. I can be anything you want, son. All I want is you, Papa. Stay just the way you are. We can get Fox Chase in here, maybe. He can come in and he can melt swords into ball bags for us. Oh. Oh. I can't, man. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I'm going to find my shirtless dad. I didn't know I was into dudes until I saw my own dad, but now I know my mom throbs for you every night, Oko. Oh, I feel a new spark igniting deeper in my belly. Nishimoto says, new power couple. Go. God. Oh, God. All right. You're the new Lord of the Board. Oh. God. Oh, man. What a dumb idea for a world. Like, it's so stupid. Whatever they're doing, I guarantee you there'll be a better way of doing it, and they will have, like, probably no reason it has to be done that way, other than, shut up, we're selling a cowboy set, idiot. Go put on Kid Rock. You wanna be a cowboy, dickhead. Buy our garbage, warped up cardboard. Oh. Riley, oh, you want to know the deal with Kellen? Wizards realized that their marketing attempts weren't working, and they were like, oh, here's the thing. The next 2 years are all about strong ladies, like, across the board, and we need to change that up, but it's too late to change it up, so what we're going to do is we're going to staple Kellen into every set, and we're going to airbrush him, we're going to, like, paint him into the artwork, right? That's why they were like, hey, sorry about the one showcase artwork for the Markov Manor set that has incomplete artwork. It might not look like it's supposed to. You might go, who's that? Like, We're in a new era of just paint crap on it, man. Like, it's gotten more and more ridiculous. And this set is just paint hats on it. I'm Callan the cowboy with a hat. Like, I don't even know if he was originally supposed to be a cowboy. I doubt it. But you never know. You never know. The Oko thing is hilarious. They just had a bunch of Oko artwork and like, we had to ban Oko. It's like not usable in any format, but we have a bunch of artwork. How are we supposed to sell it? And here we are. Oko leading his gang. Okay, hold on. Look at that. Look at them shoulders. Look at them shoulders. So that's Kellen. That's Kellen walking with him. But they showed, why would Kellen be working with Oko? Probably because Kellen has no morals and doesn't care, right? Although also, as villains, how villainous will they really be? Like, for real, I was reading this book yesterday, reading a story about, like, dragons and stuff. And people are getting ripped apart and blood is flying. And I'm just like, that's what current era magic's missing. It's insanely sanitized to the point where, like even though we're all casting crazy murder spells and smashing each other up and stuff, you just go through the story and, like, nobody really gets hurt. Like, and you just go, where's anything? Where's the stakes? And then you can just go, Markov Manor, though, they stabbed like 3 people. And it's like, you don't even know if they're just going to bring them back to life. And the people they wiped out didn't matter. They didn't do it in a meaningful way. None of it mattered. None of it matters. BloomBurrow is what I'm holding out hope for, right? Holding on for that. Holding on hope. All right. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, we've made it through all of them. That's it. That's all the stuff that was spoiled, unless I missed some kind of side thing. So, you know what? We'll hang out and chat a bit longer about some of the stuff. So because when I'm reading that, I'm not reading as much of what you guys are saying. And then I'm going to go and probably put together a spoiler video on all this with highlights. What up, Dual Brain? How you doing, buddy? Okay, that means I can actually move the chat over here, which is easier for me to see. All right, perfect. All right. Ned, all you care about is that Jace is back? Well, you just gotta wait. You just gotta wait for BloomBurrow, buddy. Get yourself a foxy Jace. Craig, you don't buy Magic anymore, just holding out for the next set? There's a lot of people in that boat. Honestly, they're just like, nah, I don't want any of it. I'll wait until what I want is coming along. But, like, the opt-out rate on Markov Manor is way too high, and I expect Thunder Junction to suffer from some very similar problems. Looking at the thrown together, like, it's just we're using Oko because we have Oko kicking around is definitely a big telltale sign. Second Sliver, you just buy old singles? You could say you buy them second hand. See what I did there with your name? Ha So yeah, man, they want to do this, like, we're going to go to a world that's supposed to be like, check it out, all your favorite villains. But how much villainous stuff is actually going to happen? You know, it's all just like, the entire village was destroyed and nobody was harmed. What? Aren't these villains? Villains in Magic can't be villainous anymore because people on Twitter might be like, well, they're committing crimes, but they're real crimes. James P. Super chats are a better investment. Agreed. Invested in purple. That's the way to go. Wasn't Jay still completed? Oh, forget all that. If you were expecting some kind of payoff, here's how it works. Wizards goes, get super excited. We're going to have the whole world is changing. All these epic characters you know are going to be turned into Phyrexians. And it's irreversible. Nothing can ever change it. And then up in the air, they've drawn an asterisk. And the asterisk says, unless we want to market it in any other way. And then we won't even bother to tell you why. Like, they just said Nissa was able to, not Nissa, Nahiri was able to remove all of her Phyrexian elements, even though her hands were literally spikes. It's so ridiculous. Andrew, Jesus, people die, but no one's ever hurt. Yeah, yeah. And nobody has a gun. You can obliterate people with magic. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So yeah, man. For me, traditional magic, I like the fantasy stuff. And then when it comes to the side products, depending on what they are, I like them more or I like them less. So for example, when it comes to secret layers, I absolutely hate Fortnite. It's a video game secret layer. Hate Fortnite. It's stupid. I hate it. I think it's just worthless. Fallout is an interesting one because it falls in the middle. I don't like the fact that it has modern world stuff, right? That's not the magical world stuff. But I do like the Fallout games, and I think they have cool stories with deep lore. So that getting represented on magic cards doesn't really bother me, right? Assassin's Creed, I didn't connect with the same way, but Assassin's Creed isn't empty garbage like Fortnite is. It's just they were sloppy with the games that I got. I was very unhappy with the way the games played. So, well, I just stopped playing their games. But in terms of like actually making the cards represent mechanically the game and stuff, it seems like they put in the effort for Assassin's Creed as well. So, I don't know. I'm all over the map. I in my wettest dreams, Magic the Gathering is only high fantasy, and the only side products universe beyond that would exist at all in any capacity would be high fantasy related ones. So they would have to be Lord of the Rings, Legend of Zelda. It's really obvious what they could be. Like it's real obvious what they could be. So that's my dream world. But that's not the world we're ever going to live in again, right? Because Universes Beyond is what helps Wizards pays the bills. And they want to extend out to beyond people like me. I am an ancient remnant, a vestigial tale of the ancient Magic player base, right? And I am not who they worry about at all. At all. When are you going to get Dune Universe Beyond? I think if that was going to happen, it would have happened with Dune 2 coming along, right? Who knows? Maybe that's what they were originally trying to get going on with Thunder Junction, but couldn't make it happen. I did wonder what kind of tie-ins they might be trying to do. Dune's a big sand world, right? So that might be. Fallout pre-orders are going crazy. I'm not surprised, honestly. Like, it delivers from the flavor standpoint. So if you're a Fallout fan, you're going to be happy with it. I think a bunch of the cards are bonkers, and I said so in that video, but a lot, that one especially, people always disagree with me when I say things are insane. I always get people disagreeing. That is not anything new. Like, for example, when I said the One Ring, when I did a video going, this card is broken, and people were just like, nah, man, it's not broken. It's like, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I said Fires of Invention was broken. It's not broken. Yeah, it is. Got banned. Like, these cards are obviously broken, those ones. Not every card I say is broken, but yeah, a bunch of the Fallout cards felt crazy to me, but it seems like a number of people, more than usual, disagree and feel underwhelmed by Fallout. So, from the power perspective, it might be disappointing regular players, but from the actual flavor of Fallout perspective, it seems to be doing gangbusters. But yeah, the Fallout stuff looks like it's going to do well. Assassin's Creed is the one I expect to struggle. Fallout also, they're doing that thing where they're pretending like there's a limited supply at the beginning so they can choke it off and then afterwards go, ha, there's more. Wow, you're lucky to even get one. But you don't have to worry that you're not going to be able to get them. They've got a bunch tucked away, bro. They got a bunch tucked away. For sure. All right, my friends. Well, I want to go and make an actual spoiler video for this channel. If you didn't get to see this entire live stream, the whole thing, pinned at the top of the chat. Actually, I think I have the link right here. Nope, that's the live stream link for what we're in right now. That's not gonna help. All right, hold up. Hold up. Hold on. And I'll grab the link for the live stream archive. It's pinned at the top, but I'll grab it again for you. And that way, if you want to see this stream in its entirety, you can, because it will be uploaded later today. Wait, I've got a shortened version of my stream name? I've been using that long one? Why does it show me that other one then? Come on, are you kidding me? Does that actually work? I could have just been using @Hatcher Streams. It does! Oh, okay. Alright. Now, great. I closed that, so I gotta reopen that. What the hell? Oh. That's the problem with having multiple YouTube channels and multiple web browsers. I'm literally on the wrong one going, why can't I find the live stream? And it's like, it's asking me if I want to start a live stream. That gets baffling. All right. Okay, there we go. There's the stream archive link. So if you want to check the stream out, you can do that over there. And then I will catch up with you guys a bit later. I'm going to do a live stream tonight over on Hatcher. We'll do our normal chill stream. And in the meantime, I'm going to go and put together a spoiler video where I do some ranting and raving. So thanks for coming, my friends. Get on up out of here. I'm descending into the waters of chaos. But you know what? I'll drop the link for you a couple more times. All right. Nishimoto, you end the stream as Lord of the Board, and Synthetic Evil is the member lord. Peace out for now. What?